Hello guys, and welcome back to another video, part 2 of our discussion on long distance relationship. So we're just gonna jump straight into the discussion. So the first question, continuing, how do you maintain a happy, loving relationship despite long distance? So for me, I feel like we have to just always communicate. Communication is key. You send your little love notes. You send, just send random things throughout the day, little jokes throughout the day, and talk as often as possible. Again, it's sometimes she usually texts back, within 5 minutes of me texting her, but sometimes it takes me 3-4 hours, which is not intentional. Again, I work. She knows that I work, so. It's not intentional, and sometimes I do see the text, but me just can't respond. So not intentional, but those are the things you have to do. Always having a conversation, always and always staying true to each other. So I think that's what kept us loving and happy throughout our long distance relationship.
Yeah, and just to add a little bit to what you just said, is to try and keep each other involved as much as possible. So if it's something that you maybe you have something coming up, you guys could probably talk about it together, or just try and keep each other involved as much as possible, like planning your days or how you're going to what you have to do throughout the week, or some stuff like that. Just being involved with each other helps to maintain it.
That's true. And we don't have trust issues, but it's still good to know where your partner is gonna be. And even sometimes she knows me go out with my friends them sometimes, and again they're females. She don't know that already, say me not really go out with males. So again, it's good for her to even know that, babe, me I go out tonight. We just go out for dinner with a couple of my friends them, and we go out, we hang out, we have fun. But clean fun. You can still have fun, no drinking involved, no explicit things involved. You just go out and you have a good little time out, so keeping each other involved is definitely a plus to help the relationship be happy and loving.
Yeah.
All right. What's the next question?
Does long distance relationship increase certain problems? For example, jealousy or misunderstanding. It does, especially when you probably send a message, right? For him, I don't know why, but for some reason I would send a message and he would assume that, alright, she's upset now. People, I am moody. I'll be honest about
very
that.
Moody, very moody, by the way, very moody.
Not very moody, but I'm just always assume, say, alright, I'm upset now. I use a lot of sarcasm sometimes, especially when I'm upset, but
She be sending some random things in the most inappropriate time, and I'm no man, she must upset her or something. So I ask, and that's how you always clarify, and that's how I always tell her, say, stop, text me, if you can call, and she know me always a call, and she talk about no text. So that is something that we have to work through also, because I rather to speak, because you can hear the tone of the person's voice, how they sound, different things. When you text me I interpret when me I see. So there's a lot of time.
Your opinion, that's not what.
There's a lot of time that I have to clarify something that she sends me, because me just feel like she's upset. So
yeah, it can cause a lot of misunderstanding sometimes.
Yeah. Jealousy, I don't think. At least for me, in jealousy involved. You ever feel jealous of anything?
No.
You sure? That not sound sure, but if she say no, But yeah, I mean, I think that's the only thing. The misunderstanding is that texting while in a long distance, or texting anybody at all. Because even on your regular going out and coming in, sometimes you even text a friend or something and they misunderstand what you texted. So that's definitely one issue that we have.
Yeah.
But like, you usually iron out right away. We don't have. It's not like a prolonged thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so,
just to add with the jealousy thing, I think for me, why it wasn't such a big issue is that I am distracted with school. So, if there is something that I cannot control, or if it just don't make no sense, I'm not going to make it bother me, make a fuss out of it. I'm not going to make a mountain out of a mole. So if it's not a big issue or something that is staring me dead on in the face, I'm not going to make a big fuss about it. Plus, I have school to worry about. I need to maintain them grades.
so you're not worried about me.
So,
You're not worried about me.
and plus I trust him, so I had no reason to be jealous.
Yeah. And I trust her.
So being distracted and having trust kind of pushed the jealousy out the door.
And just in case, like, if say for instance, like, she did want to like be jealous or about anything, like, she could have literally do the maths and say from what time to what time in their school. Cause like sometimes like she will have me schedule, like she knows what time their school, she know what time me leave for work, and she know what time you'd reach home. So in between all of that, when you'd have time, feel like be promiscuous. So even if I wanted to, not that I wanted to, but even if I wanted to, like, time did not allow, because that GPA was more important to me than anything. So that also keep you grounded, because the devil always find worldly idle minds.
Yeah.
So anytime you keep busy, then you should be fine. Right? And then the last question that we're gonna answer for you guys, while in a long distance relationship, is there anything you would advise against doing?
I would definitely advise, trying to make the other person jealous, because that can cause some issue. Because as you mentioned in the previous video, I gave him an ultimatum, right? I could have, I could have taken another route and throw somebody else in his face so that he could be jealous. So one of the main things to advise against is try not to make the other person feel uncomfortable or make the other person question the relationship. So as much as possible, try to respect the boundaries and try to respect the other person's feelings.
Yeah. What I advise against polygamy. And I know some people do it and it might work for some people, but for us, like, it would not work.
Yeah.
As me say already, like, me afraid of, me just afraid in general to just do certain things. Like, that's not how I was grown. Like, me not go around and be promiscuous. Just the thought of it just threw me off.
Having a open relationship.
Yeah, and then even like our beliefs, like it, we learn to have one person, and then you find that one person, and if you can call yourself husband and wife, then so be it. If it not work out, then you'll have you'd have a mutual agreement, say you guys gonna part ways, and not feel like Bex or anything. You part ways and you go your separate ways, but always have your respect for each other. But definitely that polygamy business
or that open relationship
and the open relationship, not go work. And again, some people it work for, not me. Would it work for you?
Definitely not.
Yeah, it wouldn't. It would not work for us. So, so I think that covers us in a long distance relationship. It's been going well so far since we've been married. By the way, like it feels it doesn't feel different since we've been married. It feels like the same, because we've been dating for so long. The only thing we had to
just
do
make it
was make
official.
it, you know, I feel like that's the only, like,
That's the only thing.
that's the only thing.
missing.
Just make it official, because it feels like the same. Nothing really changed. There was no expectations set, like, oh no, we're married. You have to make sure you're day here. You have to make sure, say, you come once a month. You have to make sure, say what again? You have to make sure, say, you attend to me every needs. Like, no. Like, why would you expect something more if when you weren't married, you never gonna get that? Like, that's unreasonable for both parties. It's just not gonna work. Like, it just not gonna work. So, everything that's been the same. Our love for each other grows. So that's I guess that's the only difference. We have more conversation. We're much more open with each other about different. I mean, we were open before, but like being married now, like we're able to like explore like different things. We're just more open to each other. So it's been going good for us.
Yeah, so far so good.
You said that like you expect something to go wrong along the way.
No.
Yeah, so but thank you guys for watching this video. That is all we have for you guys today. If you have any suggestions on what you guys would like us to talk about, any specific topics, definitely leave a comment in the comment section. Make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe on this video. And live life and love God. And that's it for us. So take care. All the best.